Welcome aboard, everyone. My name is Simon and we are the Whales of Wall Street. Today's chart analysis is around DOT, Link and Sol. So without further ado, let's go straight into the charts. So DOT at the moment, and one thing before I start, what we're trying to do in this channel as well is not always do videos when everything is all hunky-dory and hyping up and growing. Now, we've just been very coincidental that we've done quite a few of these in the last few days where we've conveniently been in very bullish momentum. But with these particular first two mentioned, certainly DOT and Link have been quite static for some time, or certainly it seems, but we're actually going to dive into this a bit more detail as to actually how much growth we have had in the last month and 3 months, but also why I'm really interested in these projects in general, and what I'm expecting very soon to be occurring, and hopefully we will see it come into fruition as the weeks come by, because actually people think that this is not moving. It is, and also it tends to be one people sleep on because they're too busy focused on the ones that are growing massively right now. So trust me, DOT and Link are absolute giants in the crypto sphere for short term and long term. We have not begun yet. So I think we are in a strong position very soon to be moving up onto the upside quite quickly. So let's take a look. So Polkadot at the moment, the reason I've drawn in these two orange lines in addition to the fib retracement here is because of previous support lines and resistant lines in the previous run around March-April time. So at the moment, if you just look underneath this first orange line, you'll see the first retracement, fib retracement level. And we seem to have passed that just about. So we're sort of stagnant in the middle here, limbo, between the $25 mark and the $30 mark. So as you can see, $27 bang on at the moment, near enough 28. But what I like about this particular project, and with a Link as well, to be fair, when we look at it, is the steady growth pattern. We don't have any volatility here. Literally simple sailing, bit of corrections here and there, not too big, not too small. But we guys have gone from 21st July, so literally near enough a month ago, from $11.33, standing up at 27 right now. So more than doubled in that period of time. It's almost gone under the radar. There's not too many videos and things out there about Polkadot and Link until what usually happens when they go into the massive green bull runs, and then everyone starts talking about them again and putting out their $1,000 predictions and things for the end of the year, which probably will never happen. Who knows though. But performance wise, weekly, monthly, 3 monthly, as we mentioned, the monthly chart 54% up actually confirms what we just said a moment ago, and 3 months in general up 77. 6 months is slightly down, and that's mainly because this is taking into consideration the tail off, including the slight part of the last run cycle that we had earlier in the year and the massive correction. But if you look at it in the grand scheme of things, year to date 200% up from original investing periods this time last year. So those that were invested last year and are looking at the charts right now, congratulations to you guys. But also, even back when in February, March, even if you didn't have the opportunity to sell, or you didn't think you wanted to, the opportunity, I promise you, will be on its way in the near future for Polkadot. So what I'll just mention here is this stability is absolutely fantastic to see. This is the true mechanism of a healthy project. Maybe that's a new word that I've just invented. We will do a video on Polkadot and Chainlink individually, for those that don't know about it and are new to this channel and like the content that we're doing. I do like to do intro videos to the project as well as the chart analysis also. We do have a lot piled up this week to get through on the task list. So what I'm anticipating here is now we've had 2 sell-off days in a row, and with a good positive outcome today so far, if we can just keep this in the green, we should be able to hopefully push slowly but surely to that next sort of mark, which is pretty much $30, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see how we go, and I've put another line in here just above at 32, because previously we did have 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities of resistance and support mechanism around this level. So I do anticipate that we might see us penetrate the $30, move potentially up to 32, and might see a bit of a correction off that, a bit of a bounce off before we start moving up to potential lines, for example at $34 and $40. Again, not quite near yet of the previous all-time highs, which I think were way back around here at that sort of 48 mark, I think it was, something like that, near enough 50. We are on the way, I promise you. Look at this steady growth, and long may that continue. Absolutely fantastic visualization of what a good project looks like, a healthy project. RSI is top heavy at the moment. There is still room for growth, and I do anticipate that with the steady growth pattern that we just mentioned. And on the MACD, we're looking healthy as well, with a nice gap. It's not quite narrowing. Let's see in the next day or two what happens, because that blue line looks like it's slightly starting to edge downwards, but we'll do a report on that in a few days' time. The buy momentum is still there for DOT. So that wraps that up, guys, for that one. Let us know in the comments below if you are invested in Polkadot and how bullish you are for this project in this remaining rest of this year. So let's go straight into Link. So this is Chainlink, utilizing the Binance data. Again, similar to Polkadot, and we mentioned this in a previous video, they tend to sometimes follow the same similar pattern, but again, a good structured movement upwards since the 21st of July, which was the complete switch rather than the MACDs on pretty much majority of the crypto assets out there. One thing to note here is that this is very, very much bang on here on the MACD. The lines have fought with each other over the last week or so. So we're really in an interesting position as to whether this is going to start moving up or down. I put this down as well, not necessarily to lack of announcements or things like this, because there always are. I just think that people sometimes take money out of these projects or don't particularly purchase or sell because all of the other ones are moving about. Like I said at the beginning of this video, Polkadot and Link are extremely fundamental projects for short-term and majorly long-term, with gigantic partnership opportunities and blockchain capabilities. So I anticipate that's the reason why this has been steady growth. Price point wise, you can't really look into much of that being a cheap or an expensive price point, because it depends on if you're looking at a short term or long term or whenever you started investing. So for me, that's kind of maybe some reasoning behind why these two are so static, but you have to take a look at the bigger picture. 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, all in the green in terms of growth. Since a month ago, 21% growth, 64% over the last 3 months. And again, as I mentioned in the Polkadot one, we of course see that inclusion of the previous rise and drop. So that's expected, but year to date, again, phenomenal. So this is a fantastic opportunity to take a look at Link. If you didn't buy in at these low levels down here, I would see no reason why these areas are still not critical positions to purchase, because we haven't gone near the all-time high yet, which is around 52. That's pretty much not quite double, but fairly under, and we expect the momentum of Link to keep going. In the next chart analysis on all three of these projects, I will do some price predictions, but I'm just waiting for the next few days or week for the confirmation of the new support lines on all of these to give you a more accurate assumption on them. We don't want to just throw numbers out willy-nilly. We like to have a bit of backing on these predictions. So I hope you appreciate that. But yeah, so I do expect potential still movement on the upside but I think it all depends really as well on the rest of the markets and asset groups, as people take an interest in those, perhaps moving money out of these two and into others, or just plainly not paying attention. And I think that's the wrong thing to do, because these guys, along with Polkadot and Solana, are going to move mountains in the crypto sphere. So that kind of wraps up Link, guys, and then we're going to go straight on to Solana. Now, this project is absolutely phenomenal. I personally haven't got any investment in this because I feel I've missed the opportunities way back when I knew about Solana back in March. It still was a relatively good price, but I always thought at that point that we might have some corrections, and it just never really had accumulated. So I'm happy to just wait and see as this one for me as one that got away. I'm sure Solana is just going to keep rising and be fantastic moving forward, but I will be happy personally to be waiting for some kind of corrections, whether that be major or to a point where I perhaps was looking originally at 14. So I can pretty much appreciate that this is probably a good price point to come back into, but let's see where we end up in the end of the big major run. But back to this chart, you can see we have passed this particular level on the Fib retracement, which was around the $71 mark. We had already got support here, in my opinion, because we have 1, 2, 3, pretty much 4 check-offs so far. Let's see where we get to at the end of today. If we can close off above this line, there's a couple of indicators here on the RSI to suggest that we've still got some room for improvement in the growth on that area, and with the MACD showing a fantastic shape here with good room for movement, as that is confirming that as well. We've had a bit of a sell-off here, kind of a drop-off, if you like, of volume intake and a bit of a sell-off, and now we're approaching the green again. So we could anticipate, guys, us pushing towards that $85 mark as the next level. So I would anticipate that we might test this level here around about here again, as technically once we go past that, we're in price discovery mode once more. So let's see if we can get past that 81.9. Is that, maybe it's slightly out, 82.1 maybe. In fact, it'd be don't know why I just did that in the first place. $82. So let's see if we get any feedback off of that point. But I think we need a day or two to go and test that area again. And I'm sure there'll be some Solana updates in the next few days anyway, as there always is, and that might push it forward. So we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll do an update on all 3 of these projects in a few days' time. As I said, once we get confirmation of the 2 or 3 different support lines and resistance levels, we do a more accurate chart analysis and also some price predictions for you guys for 2021 and into 2022 as the bull run potentially ends. So guys, let us know in the comments below if you are invested in either of these 3 projects. Let us know also if there's any other projects similar that you want us to cover in future videos, and please do like and subscribe to the channel. We really do appreciate it, and we're absolutely smashing through the 500 mark, and we're on our way to 600. I can't explain how much this means to us. Thank you so much, and we hope you're enjoying the videos. We have plenty coming out this week on how to stake, what is staking, and loads of other project introductions as well, including the 2 and 3 that we've gone through today. So we've got a jam-packed week of content. Now we've got a bit of this chart analysis out of the way, so I hope you're enjoying them. Please do let us know any feedback of anything that you want improved or added to future videos. That's what we're here for. We love you guys. Thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you and take care.